What's going on? Vintage Breaks Family Tour, Charlie G. Vintage Breaks West for our fun, exciting Wednesday show this evening. Got a nice little restock happening this evening. Give everybody a few minutes to get their notifications. Oh, it's a ribbon happen tonight. Hope everybody is doing well. Ready for Thanksgiving next week. What's up, Mr. Chris Brown? How you doing this week? Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, no problem, Chris. Glad I could be of assistance. You got any Turkey Week plans? Go over to my brother's that Saturday for dinner. Works on Thursday. Nice, nice. Yeah, I've got Thanksgiving with the folks up north on Thursday, then come back down. And then I've got a couple of Friendsgiving situations to go to. I should probably start fasting now, and then I shouldn't have to eat for 2 weeks after. Hi, Oreo. Hi, baby boy. Hi, baby. Hey, what's up, Alex? It sounds like I've got an update box for you. If you want to let me know which one you want, I've got top, bottom, or middle for you to choose from. For prepared pizza. Man, I'm a traditionalist when it comes to Thanksgiving, man. Gotta get your turkey, gotta get some stuffing, corn casserole, and mashed potatoes. Break or pick. Huh. I literally just opened up my box from the north 10 minutes ago. Let's see here. Which one? Let's go with the middle one here. Okay, let's see here. Here on YouTube from a Papa John's chef, he made dough the traditional way, but he marinated the pizza dough for 30 minutes before rolling it out and baking. What did he marinate it in? All right. Looks like Sam was pulling the fire on the North Show tonight, so hopefully we get a couple nice hits here this evening. Hey, what's up, Kamikaze? How you doing tonight? Save the silver pack for last. Pepsi? I'm a Georgia boy. I'm a Coke guy all the way. Coke and Dr. Pepper. I mean, I have heard of, like, marinating meats in Coke or Pepsi, depending on whatever your poison is. But I've never heard of marinating dough in Pepsi. Alright, Max Mayer, Trian, Lazar, Hendricks, Dyers, Mr. Wood, Robert, Vetta, Horton, Here's a Who, REA auction, I believe, starts this weekend, guys. Ballestros. Even Hazard, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of adding, like, seltzer water to dough when you're mixing it and stuff, but not like as a marinade. And a good salsa water, not like soda. Henry, Straw, Mats, Salmons, Verlander, Mr. Kim, Gordon, Guerrero. We got a Bobby Witt Jr. on the throwback insert. Probably a silver of Robbie Ray and Evan Phillips. Although I am a Coke man, but I do have to admit that cherry Pepsi was pretty good. All right, Ribby Royalty with Hoppa, Mr. Lee, Myers, Murdoch, Steele, Cooch, India, Jankowski. Every time I see this, I think Monsters Inc. Yeah, that'd be a good question for Chef when he comes in later tonight. So, Alex and Smitty, Kamikaze, everybody else that's out there. Any plays for Thanksgiving? Any kind of non-traditional traditions that any of you guys have out there? May, Vero, Rado. That's a cool one. Mystical Shohei Ohtani. It's a cool insert. And Estrada. My household, we really didn't have... the only tradition we had that was kind of sort of weird was the turkey was always named Tom. We always name the turkey Tom. Gretchen, Henderson, Freeman, Holmes. I have no idea where that tradition came from or why, but that was the tradition. We've got a foil of Field, and then we've got a Pena. Is that like an image variation foil? 412 versus. Yeah, it might be an image variation foil. Ian Tidwell. Star-studded. Verde. Glasses. Dunn. Durbin. Abel. Bueller. Rodriguez. Ovens. Westbrook. Shohei in the foil. Man, we're hitting some Shoheis out here. That's always very nice. I still flashbacks to the one year my brother tried deep frying a turkey on the deck. The backyard just about burned the damn thing down. Yeah, that happens to a lot of people with deep frying turkeys. Ramirez. And, I mean, I've had deep fried turkey, and I've had regular turkey. I've had all kinds of turkey in my life. I don't see the need to deep fry the turkey. As long as you do it right in the oven, you can still get a nice crispy outside and a super juicy inside. But if you do choose to deep fry your turkey, be sure to do it on a surface that is non-flammable. Make sure the turkey is completely thawed. And have some fire extinguishers at the ready that are grease rated. Oh yeah, brined and smoked is pretty good. For a long time there, well, I should say for a long time, maybe for like several years in a row, my stepmother would brine and smoke a turkey. We would just do a turkey breast, but that was really good. That was really good. Hey, we got an auto. We won the auto versus relic game in this box with Zach Veen. I mean, it could have been a better auto. It is Zach Veen. But that's not too bad. Not too bad. And the Red Hot Risers. So nobody out there has any slightly different Thanksgiving traditions, or is anybody doing anything fun for Thanksgiving? Going on vacation or anything? Singer, Wilson, Dunshee, Lotus, Moniak, Lorenzo, Dana. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked by other thoughts. Dana, Fitzgerald, Flores, Horton. Here's who. Man, another one. Yamamoto. You're hitting pretty good on the silvers here, Alex. Oh, okay, usually go to Cancun for Thanksgiving. That'll be nice. Nice little relaxation. Slightly warmer climate. Are you talking about the images in Cancun are great, or the images on the baseball cards are great? Because I can see how both those statements are true. Church, oops. Gibson, got Elko, and Louder. Cards this time, but yes. I mean, I'm a people watching man. I could sit. I could sit anywhere and sit there and watch people go by. But sitting on the beach and watch people go by is always very nice. As me and my best friend always call it, the scenery is good. Meredith Gordon Torres. Another little Zach Veen on the throwback insert. Hello. That was weird. My finger just goes like right through the seam here. Trying to sit. Yeah. Yeah. Just this pack wasn't really sealed. Well, it's got your 2025 numbered card in it. Carews, Sterner, Allen, Sisk, Lee, Custer, Smith, Tyler Mull. 9. Oh, not a good birthday one. 967. 2025 and Rolston. Alright, guys. So what we're going to break next, we've got 2 more of these boxes. Sario, Paddock. I did get some 77 cloth in. We love 77 cloth. Wow, Harris. I also got some 94 upper deck in. That's cool. I don't know if I've seen this insert before, but I haven't opened very much of the hobby either. Fernando Tatis Jr. in the Night Terrors. It's a cool looking insert. That's very cool. And then Crochet. Let's see what else is the more selling. I guess we're 84 football in. That was it. Wasn't very much of my restock. Ooh, I see a yellow. I see a yellow. Baldwin. Lore. Reminds me, I did watch the Back to the Future trilogy this weekend. Lots of references being yellow in that. Ashcroft. Okay, it's a Mackenzie Gore throwback. It's numbered. Am I blind? Just a refractor throwback. Interesting. But not numbered. One of probably the best trilogies out there. Definitely not better than the original 3 Star Wars. But the Back to the Future trilogy, all 3 films are solid. Ramirez, Smith, Freeman, Bleacher Reachers, Freddie Freeman. Then we have a Jacob Wilson foil. Very nice. So we're having some serious storms here tonight. And talking to my buddy. Oh, there we go. Topps Black Gold. One of my favorite inserts of like all time for in the ultra modern era. I'm so glad they brought that back. So cool. I love those inserts. And Oreo could give 2 shits about the Thunder and Lightning. But they've got a I'm not sure what the breed is. The other dog, Ruby, just goes bonkers when there's thunder and lightning. So they got her a new setup. I'll share the picture here in a second after I finish this break. It's kind of funny. Rasmussen. Little Francisco Lindor on the foil. Yeah, lots of good names on your foils, man. I think I picked you a decent hobby box. Verdugo, Little King, T. Swells, Tree Hill, White. Hey, there we go. That's more my speed. Luke Gehrig. All right, last 2 packs here for you. Let's see if we can pull out something numbered. See if we can hit something numbered. Kind of surprised there hasn't been anything numbered in here other than the that was weird. Back-to-back Chase Daughters. The rookie debut and the regular rookie. Let's see. Cruz, Roden. Oh, I spoke it into existence. How about that? One of the 76's Carson McCusser rookie. These always sell really well because there's always people trying to put together this set. Cusker. I am not familiar with Carson McCusker for the Twinsies. But 22 is 76. Yeah, these obviously numbered to 76. Super low print run. Always do well. I am not familiar with this rookie, but it's a rookie. It's the 76 set. And Evans. All right, last pack. Burris, Gasper, Kepler, Herberta, Wagman, Castillo, Turner, Stromy, Roars, and Mickey Mantle. We got Gehrig and Mantle. Not bad. And then Pilar. All right, Alex, that was your hobby box. Decent auto and a very nice numbered card out of that box. Thank you, sir. There was one rookie among the cards you might want to set aside. Rookies, rookie. Nick Kurtz, really? Nick Kurtz base rookie goes for $5. That's worth digging back out. Let's take a look. Oh, first before I forget though, guys. So, oh yeah, well, see, I was going to keep that as the breaker tip for picking such a good box for you. Just kidding. I forgot about the foil one. All right, man. Let's see if we get a number one out of here, too. Let's keep it going. Well, I think we got a numbered one out of here. I see green. Scherzer. Denzel Clark. That's a great image of Denzel Clark. Go to the back. J-Rod. Not bad either. Your ripped hobby thing. And then we've got Craig Biggio. I guess it's just a throwback that's not numbered. Well, Craig Biggio action. Nice. No, nothing on it there, unfortunately. No, that's all right, Alex. That's all right. I'm just joking. All right, let's see if I can find Kurtz here. Oh no, wait. I was gonna share a picture of Ruby. So Ruby's. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a Thunder shirt for dogs, but basically it's a tight-fitting shirt that dogs wear. Kind of supposedly calms them down when there's storms and stuff. So this is Ruby. Apparently, this is a new Thunder shirt for her, but they've also attached a white noise generating machine to her Thunder vest. Apparently, it's helping, but I just thought it was funny to see. You can see Pete, their other dog, right there. Pete Pete's butt, Pete the Pug. Right there, but who doesn't give a shit about thunder and lightning, but yeah, so Ruby's got thunder vest on and a personal white noise generating thing attached to her coat. It just cracks me up. She's such a sweetie. Oh man, like Oreo here spoiled rotten. Pete and Ruby are spoiled rotten. My folks dog Sherlock is spoiled. Man, if I had to come back as something, coming back as a dog or a cat to a family like these, ours, that spoils their pets rotten is the way to go, man. Yeah, Ruby's like, I think 80 pounds. I mean, she's a big dog. She's a red something or other. Hey, what's up, Mr. Spellman? If you rewind like a minute or so, you'll see a picture of Ruby in Pete the Pug's butt. I know you like Pete the Pug and Ruby. Rhodesian Redback, I think? Is that it? Is that a dog? Sounds right. Nick Kurtz. There it is. All right. Got your break going. So if anybody else wants to follow Eric, or if Alex, you want to take some other shots at the update, I've got 2 more of those boxes. I've got 2 blaster boxes of the basketball. Like I said, I do have cloth. I have 3 or 4 packs of cloth. And then we can go A-Rod hunting out of 94 Upper Deck. I thought you'd like that spell, but I had to make sure you saw that. Yeah, the joke, the reason my buddy sent that picture of Ruby is that Ruby's afraid of the thunder and lightning that we're having right now. That's why I've got the note here at the top of the screen. We've been having some pretty bad thunder and lightning tonight, so I may lose internet or power. But she freaks out in that stuff. And normally wears that thunder vest, but if you look closely, you can see she's also got a personal white noise generating machine strapped to her coat. So yeah, so we got that stuff in stock. You know, see what I've got here on the desk. $200 purchase will get you 66 Topps baseball set break spot. We've got the 10 and 100 for cases. 10 spots left. Also have a 10 and 100 for the top 3 winners. Get the cards at the bottom of the screen. We've got a Whitey Ford. I'm drawing a blank on Johnny's last name. Why am I'm sleeving the stack of commons. I'm so distracted. Should be sleeving this stack. And then, yeah, I have no idea who the third guy is. Jack something or other. But yeah, top three of the 10 get those 3 cards. I'm having an off night, guys. I'm having an off night. And we also got a couple prizes up there. Well, not prizes. There's a couple other things on the screen here. A couple that close on the event weekend. We've got the set break bonus for every, I believe it's every $10 you spend. And set breaks gets you an entry for a chance to win that Old Mill Cigarettes Ray Ryan. We've also got the every $250 you spend that ends on Friday. Gets you to ensure that 1959 PSA 1.5 mantle. And then we also got a 125 spots at $250. That closes when it closes. For a chance to win that really nice SGC 50 Huggins with hands at the face. Penny sleeves. Mr. Spellman, I was asking the crew earlier. You have any? I'm sure, and I'm sure I've asked this question every year, so you've probably already answered it before, and I forget. Do you have any Thanksgiving traditions that are out of the norm? Are you going any place, doing anything fun? Or anybody else who happened to join or didn't answer earlier, feel free to share your traditions that are out of the norm. A reminder, there will not be a VB West show next Wednesday. It is Thanksgiving. I'll be on my way up north. If I knew how to do a poll, I'd put up a poll in the chat if you guys are ham, turkey, or other as your main meat dish for Thanksgiving. I mentioned earlier my household traditions have always been turkey for Thanksgiving. And then usually prime rib for Christmas. That week's been pretty good, Jeff. It's been very busy with work. A lot of, for whatever reason, everybody has magic in their head about, well, we have to get things done before Thanksgiving, and then we have to get things done before Christmas. Like those are magic dates on the calendar or something, for some such reason. We hit a milestone today. I'll share with you. I don't usually share like the projects I'm working on with you guys, but we did hit a major milestone in the project I'm working on. Not the greatest picture in the world, but so one of the big projects I'm working on is a new labor and delivery tower expansion for one of our local hospitals here. And this week's milestone is we had our first pre-finished panel installed on the building. So that was a nice big milestone for this week. That's what's wrapped up in all these pallets here are the exterior wall panels for this project. So big milestone this week on that project. It's going to be my one of my big projects for the next 2 years or so. I'll finish that. Been about a year. Yes, there are a lot of porta johns. People gotta pee and poop, man. People got to pee and poop. That's the big project that I usually am referring to if I mention that on the show, is that one. About 250,000 square feet, all dedicated to bringing new life into this world. So, C-section surgery suites, labor and delivery, postpartum, antepartum, NICUs, the whole shebang. Unfortunately, that particular project is about 45 minutes or so. 45 minutes or so drive from my house. What's funny is that I don't know, you can't really see it, but so obviously it's the project I'm currently working on. But when I first moved out here in the valley, 23 years ago, I worked on the very tail end of this building here. This is Tower C out there. And then also, one of my very first projects where I did construction administration on is the building we're tying into and attaching to is kind of behind here. We did the expansion. So this was one of my very first construction projects was the building that sits right behind here. So when I first came out to the valley, this was one of the very first construction or medical campuses I worked on. Yes, we'll have a NICU. Neonatal intensive care unit. Yeah, it's basically a entirely self-contained, everything to do with babies wing. So then after we get that built up and running, we'll be converting existing space of the hospital to other uses. Yeah, I've had the privilege. You know, it's nice that I've had the privilege of working on things like, you know, I've worked on a lot of historic preservation stuff when I first started. You know, historically important projects. I've gotten to work on a lot of hospital projects, which are, you know, good for humanity, society. You know, make people healthy. You know, whatever. You know, I've done a lot of housing projects, giving people a place to live, whether it's super low income, transitional housing, also those homeless shelters, you know, things like that. You know, it's very humbling to be able to say I've been a part of so many people's lives and their betterment of their lives. Bad need of upgrade facility for the past decade or so. Well, that's a shame. You know, hospitals are always under construction, it seems. Spellman. I can't take all the credit, man. It's a huge team of us that makes these projects possible. I'm just the guy that gets it across the finish line and make sure it's the way it's supposed to be. All right, what are we gonna break next year, guys? After that one update hobby box, I want to break another one. Does anybody in chat know if Sapphire sold out? Unless I'm blind, I don't see it on the site. Did Sapphire? I know they said we were going to break it this weekend, but I didn't know if that was like we're breaking it just because we're going to break it, or did it sell out? Because I sure as heck don't see it on the site anymore. Also, I mean, I'm surprised I'm surprised this is still available, man. We got cloth here, guys. We got cloth. $55 a pack. Man, I may have to try to tune in for that. That's gonna be an epic break. I mean, that's got a very high probability of getting a Otani rookie auto, Kuna, Devers, Soto. Obviously, Otani's a big one, but definitely some big 5-figure cards come out of that. I think is there 5 autos in that? 5 autos, 5 numbered cards, and they're all the last 10 cards, if I remember right. I do not know, Mr. Brown. That is an excellent question. That is an excellent question. I worry about Otani and the Sapphires that it might be redemption. If that's the case, whoever gets it may be SOL. I don't think Sapphire or Otani is a redemption out of Sapphire, because I pulled and unfortunately sold early. I believe it was to 25 Sapphire Otani out of 2018, and I don't think it was a redemption. Really? Soto might not be on the checklist. For autos. Yeah, Soda's got a Sapphire card, but I cannot confirm if there's an auto in it or not. Or if there's numbered cards. But we won't have to wait long to find out what's actually in the box. Yeah, given how big the box is, it's good to give people a little bit of time. And then, since we have event weekend this weekend. Oh yeah, they'll stream it on everything they can. It's gonna be a hell of a break. Let's see here. What are we breaking? Anybody pick up anything yet? Nope, nothing yet. A 54 pack? That would be amazing. There's something vintage related I'd love to see Leighton break. BBC has an open box of what I'm thinking of. I don't even use this open at all. What's that, Chris Brown? Oh, 70 Peachy would be pretty epic. Um, Come on. I'm trying to get eBay to work here. Uh, mm. So I've been eyeballing this on eBay. 1970 Peachy Banks in a PSA 7. I mean, it's hard enough to find a regular Topps 71, let alone an O-Peachy. And 7 or 8, so. But it's $1,400. And I'm trying to be a good boy. But I might start making offers on it. Yeah. Yeah, 71 Opeachy is pretty rare. Pretty rare of an animal. Oh man, yeah, that Munson and high grade, that'd be ridiculous. Even just getting a handful of 71 Opeachy packs to break would be awesome. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's part. Between how terrible the cutting was to begin with, and the overall quality control we always talk about, getting anything in Opeachy's high grade is tough. But it's even tougher in the earlier issues, and of course, obviously the black border stuff is hard to be hard anyhow. I know they sold that to a collector. I'm not exactly sure what happened to it since then. I think they wanted like $500,000 or $450,000 for that brick of 10. All right, guys, let's get some cloth going. Yeah, I've got 4 cloth packs I sent me. Oh yeah, for sure, it'd be fun to watch some 52 packs opened. That's because those Canadians didn't care about baseball; they only cared about the hockey. I'm just kidding, but I mean, yeah, you're right. That is kind of weird. Yes, sir, Craig. The Brinks, the Brinks truck showed up earlier this afternoon with 4 cloth packs. I've got the armed guards just taking a restroom break. He'll be back here in a second. They're on sale, Craig. $55 a pack. Love to open some. So what's going on, guys? Anything new and exciting? New pickups? Actually, I did have a pickup that's coming since the last time we talked. That's worth showing off. Adding to my mini Minoso run. Picked up this nice looking PSA 8. With Oreo hair already on it. 54 Bowman. With the 895 961 variation. The other variation is 961 961. So I do still need that version. This just came in the other day, so this weekend I've got to get it up on the shelf. Minoso's kind of high up there, so I've got to get up on the desk. Yeah, it's a hell of a glove. Yeah, it's a big glove. But yeah, really super sharp 8. Honestly, not sure why that one's not a 9. But I'll take it. Any pickups for you guys? Not this week. Oh, you got some stuff coming, maybe? What you got coming, Spellman? Wanted to grab some of the Topps Chrome basketball. Even Belch passed. Yeah, I didn't ever actually see the price, but I saw someplace somebody said it was $1,100 a box. I don't know if that was hobby or jumbo, but I mean, I don't know if that's accurate either, but I saw somebody mention $1,100 a box. Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, the first, again, the first licensed product. It definitely was going to sell. Wow. Okay, so Topps had it for $370 and $700 for hobby versus jumbo. That's crazy. So probably $1,100 was for jumbo and resale on. That's just ridiculous. I mean, I was talking to a guy. One of the actually the project I showed you guys a picture of earlier. One of their project engineers is a baseball football guy, and he buys a lot of ultra modern stuff. And we were talking about the pricing of hobby and jumbo and blaster boxes, and it's like, I mean, it wasn't that long ago. Like I remember in 2018, you could get blaster boxes at Walmart for $20 a piece. I believe it was $20. So in 7 years, we've gone from $20 a blaster box to $50 or $60 a blaster box. It's just insane. I want to say like 2018 Topps baseball again. Like hobby, was like $80 a box, and like Chrome was like 110, 120 a box hobby, and now it's like, again 3x that with less cards too, mind you. Yeah, yeah. It's I mean, you could buy, for we'll say $700. Yeah, yeah. My Walmarts and Targets took them all out, and they've brought back some, but nowhere near as much or frequent restocks or anything that they used to. And of course, the scalpers are in there buying them up. It's ridiculous. So you never find anything when they do restock. But like, you could buy for the most part, most products across the board. You could buy the hit player out of any baseball, football, basketball, auto, maybe even a low numbered auto of the hit player out of any of these products for as much or not much more than the cost of a single box. Like the only time you win relative, is if you hit like like a super low numbered version of the hit star player. Oh yeah, I've seen some of those videos of the scalpers at Costco. That's just again ridiculous. I definitely love the gambling aspect of buying boxes, but it's definitely gotten to the point like I mean you guys all know that I haven't bought very many cases. Actually, I don't think this year I bought any cases. I'm still waiting to see what Stadium Club comes out to be when that goes up for sale. I might get a case of that. It's even now still been relatively good value. And Platinum Anniversary is not going to come out until next year. And even then, I still have no idea what rookie class it's going to be. So I may or may not buy any of that. I do like Allen and Ginter. I don't like Allen and Ginter enough to personally buy a case of it to rip. Yeah. That is very true. Dollar boxes are got pretty good stuff in it. Let's see here. Nice. Nice. Yeah, $3 for $4. It's hard for that to not be a good deal. Yeah, dollar boxes are good for not necessarily the current year, but for players that have like suddenly uh, have suddenly gotten good. If you're looking through dollar boxes now, you should be looking for players that are hot now, for that are 23 or something like that. All right, guys, I gotta make a restroom break. Ooh, might be a few minutes, if you know what I mean. Be back in a few. Okay. All right, guys, what I miss? What did I miss? Blah, 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 actually, doesn't look like I missed hardly anything. LCS is a plain jerk. Yeah, my LCS is alright, but it's really not much of a baseball sports card LCS. He definitely, his bread and butter is definitely Pokemon, Magic, all the TCG stuff. All right, guys, what are we gonna break here? We've been on for an hour and a half. I haven't sold anything. Let's get some cloth opened. Maybe another one of these update boxes. All right, guys. What do we want to break or talk about? Anything else that's exciting? Alright, guys. What is going on? Hey, what's up, Mr. Blevins? What are the rumors about ComC? I haven't heard anything. Do tell. Because I have a lot of stuff out there on ComC. Really? Seems interesting. Seems like they would be doing all right. They definitely, seem to be. They move a lot of product. You get a pretty decent slice of the pie every time. That's not terribly unusual. They usually have a huge backup for shipping. Yeah, I've used them. I use them a couple times for cards that if I ship them to ComC and they surprise me with like it's a expensive raw card, and I look at it closer to see, okay, well, do I think this will PSA 10? And I'll send it off to get graded with them. It's been flawless. I love using them. If they were to cease to exist, it would be very disappointing. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it would be. I mean, I would hate to see eBay or Fanatics pick it up because I just feel like they would ruin it. Uh, it just it's I from a seller standpoint, I think I think it's great the way it is. It was a little upsetting they raised their fees not that long ago, but it's still a super great platform to sell on. I think. Wow, it doesn't take. See, that's what's weird. I think maybe because I sell so much on there, mine get prioritized. Because even when I send in slow boat, like they're usually up within 30 days. But I do agree they could probably use some efficiencies in their intake systems, for sure. Like usually when I send stuff in at the dollar level or whatever it is now, I mean they're usually up within a week, sometimes week and a half at a dollar, the dollar threshold. The problem I have with eBay, these are the opinions of Charlie G only, is that the listing has gotten so awful with having to fill in all the little boxes and the descriptions and uploading the photos. I mean, uploading the photo and writing the generic description, fine. But now that I have to go through and add in these like 30 or 40 different indicators with all these drop downs, is just annoying as all hell. And there's no way to ship stuff cheaply and with guaranteed delivery because the standard envelope thing's a joke. So you're limited to selling cards that people are willing to pay $5 shipping on or $4 shipping, whatever you choose to ship with a bubble mailer or a small box. So you're obviously probably not selling anything that's under $5 or $10, which the very large number of the sales I make on ComC are all sub $5 cards. And then, especially with raw cards, yeah, it's exactly what I was getting to, Blevins, with eBay. You send a raw card to somebody and there's a blemish or something that they didn't see in the picture, or the player between when you shipped it and they got injured, all of a sudden there's blemishes or the buyer doesn't want it, or what they find some reason to want to return or refund, and eBay sides with them 99.9% of the time, regardless of how stupid it is. So then you have to worry about getting your card back or pay for shipping back. It's just eBay is not a friendly place to sell sports cards anymore. But ComC, I don't have to worry about that. I take my card and a penny sleeve, ship it to them. They insert all the they do all the paperwork for what it is, scan it, real nice high resolution image. I put in my price that I want to sell it for. It sells. They ship it, and they deal with any sort of returns or issues and whatever that may happen. Yeah, and when that happen, like if you were to buy a raw card from me on ComC, goes to your account, and then for whatever reason you send it off, you get it shipped to yourself and you're unhappy with it, or you ship it off to get graded and you're unhappy with it. ComC will take care of they'll take care of you. I don't have to. They don't take money away from me. I don't. I don't get involved. Which is the way it should be. There are just too many bad seeds on eBay with buyers. And again, eBay sides with the buyers 99.9% of the time. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. Nice. I don't know where I'm at right now. I know my inventory's been dwindling because I haven't been buying as much, so I don't have much to ship to them. Yeah, I'm down to only 1,700 cards right now. There was a point I had over 4,000 cards out there. Yeah, a lot of cards. Those ISA slabs. Yeah, I mean, if I get down to like a more manageable level, but it was just hard for as much as I had that I wanted to sell. It was just not. It was just way too time consuming to sell on eBay. The raw stuff. Because I held out for a long time and was doing the slab stuff on eBay. Because at least then, it's graded. There was less complaints from buyers. Because then buyers would start complaining about scratches on the cases and stuff, which annoyed the hell out of me. You know, but at least there was no issue with flaws in the card because it was a graded card. But then I eventually switched over to the even slab card selling on ComC. But yeah, I've only had a handful of cards to sell. If I get down to that, if I ever get to that, back down to only a handful, I may go back to eBay. You never know. I never had anything with Star Stock. I've never used any other platform. I've bought from Check Out My Slabs or My Slabs before. I've bought from them, but I've never sold anywhere else. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think some of those fractional sharing places are still hanging around, but yeah, they're very few and far between. I never quite. I mean, I never quite understood the fractional ownership of a card. I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of cool to say you're a part owner in a Mickey Mantle or whatever rookie, but I just never understood it. Hey, what's up, Chef? All right, Chef, we had a question for you. I forget who brought it up, but somebody earlier in the chat was talking about marinating their pizza dough in Pepsi. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Like marinating your pizza dough in Pepsi and then making a pizza with that dough? Was it you, Chris? I don't know if Chris still around. Chris Brown. Marinated dog food cookies too. Okay, that's the answer I was hoping you'd say, Chef. Are you ready for Turkey Week? They gave me a move out of the kitchen table. Oh man, how long do you have, chef? And do you have enough time to get the new kitchen set up? Oh, so about 6 months. Okay. Are you gonna be able to have the new kitchen set up by then? Not sure yet. Well, hopefully you can get something set up. Are you doing anything special with the family, chef, for Turkey Day? Yeah, I'm sure it's definitely not something you wanted to hear, but it's also kind of good thing that you know a date now, because I know you were still kind of lingering on when it was going to happen or if it was going to happen. Just the boy and you, all right? Okay, we'll split up Thanksgiving. Yeah, I've got to head to my dad's place for a day, and then I've got some Friendsgiving situations happening. You got any Thanksgiving traditions that are maybe unusual? My, my Thanksgivings are traditional usually. Yeah, I've been to Vegas a couple times on Thanksgiving. That's always fun. Or Christmas. Oh, Cornish game heads. That's good. Those are delicious. And all the regular fixins, yeah. Yeah, I like the traditional fixins. I'm more of a turkey guy. But definitely the Cornish game hens are delicious. Not sure what pie yet. I'm a huge fan of pecan pie. It's my personal favorite. But it's hard to find one that's not like overly sweet. key lime is also good. Banana cream or coconut cream. Delicious. I'm definitely not a fan of pumpkin pie. Ooh, French silk. Okay. Ooh, yeah, berry pie. Yeah, blueberry. Amongst the berry pies, I think blueberry's probably my favorite. Oh wow, did you guys hear that? It is thundering here pretty big. Oh, excuse me. All right, guys, what are we gonna break next? I've got a couple boxes of hobby update. That one box we opened earlier was pretty fire. I've got some cloth packs. 94 Upper Deck came in. Got some set break bonus action there. Chance, oops, wrong button. Set break bonus here for a chance to win the Ray Ryan T206 Old Mill. I believe it's every $10 you spend gets you a spot in that. Yeah, traditional stuffing I like. I mean, I do like stovetop stuffing out of the box is pretty decent, but I do prefer made from scratch with onion sausage and mushrooms. Adding that breakfast sausage in there really makes a big difference. And we always have corn casserole with equal parts butter, corn, and cornbread mix, and then a bunch of cheese on it. Yeah, it's an old family recipe at least that's written on a note card. I think my great grandmother's handwriting, but if I remember correctly, it's like a stick of butter, a can of corn, and a box of Jiffy Mix, and an egg or two. It is ridiculously decadent, but it's so good. Might be 2 cans of corn, actually. But it's my go-to for all the Friendsgiving thing. I know I have to make 2 of them next week for 2 different Friendsgivings dinners. Wow, yeah, lots of thunder. Well, Thanksgiving in general is a cheat meal for sure. Now, did you guys eat pizza because it was the backup because like the meal got screwed up, or was that was the plan? Yeah. Hey, chef, as a Southern boy, mac and cheese is a vegetable. You go to any one of those, meat and two sides places or whatever, or meat and two veggies, and mac and cheese is always an option as a veggie. Yeah. I mean, yeah, what is wheat's a grain, I guess, not a veggie. But yeah, I know it's always listed as vegetable in good old Southern restaurants at least. Mac and cheese was. Again, Southern mac and cheese is like equal parts cream, like heavy cream, and butter and cheese and then the macaroni. Yeah, yeah, broccoli mixed in with like mac and cheese is good. That was another. Again, I mean, you guys mostly know that I grew up pretty. I don't want to say poor, but we didn't have much money, mom and I. And I know one of like our I wouldn't say struggle meals, but like one of the things that she would make is a head of cauliflower with slices of American cheese like baked on top of it. And I forget there was something else on it too. That was always so good. I remember chip beef, definitely not in the cauliflower, but yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was, yeah, big head of cauliflower. It slices, the cheap sliced cheese. Probably tastes pretty good with like good sharp or something. There's something else that was in it. Was it butter and garlic? Like something. Man, there's something else in it. I can't remember. I don't even know if that's something that made it in the recipe books that mom made over the years. All right, guys, we got about 30 minutes left of the show. What are we gonna get broken here towards the end of the show? Let's break at least one or two things. You spend $200, you get a 66 Topps baseball set break spot. Also, for those guys who didn't know, the Sapphire Topps Chrome Sapphire box 2018 did sell out. They're going to break it on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Oh, Chris is back. Yeah, Chris, I asked Chef, and he had an emphatic no in his response. It's it's all good, Chris. Um, what was I trying to think of? There are definitely YouTube videos out there talking about Pepsi and pizza dough. supposedly adds sweetness and caramelization to the crust. I don't know. I think I'll stick to traditional. Yeah, I've heard of like seltzer water, but I haven't heard of Pepsi, like Coke, Pepsi, whatever. Yeah, I agree, Chef. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either. I like pineapple pizza, but that's as sweet as I would want a pizza, and that's just when I'm in the mood for a weird pizza. Yeah, we've got a lot of good pizza options here. I like anchovies and sausage on my pizza. Uh, I'm a roasted garlic mushrooms, hot Italian sausage, pepper, mozzarella steak season kind of pizza fan. I'd eat that pizza, Chris. Oh, I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are so good. Mushroom coffee, really? I didn't realize you could make coffee out of mushrooms. Alright, guys, anybody gonna make a purchase this evening in the next couple minutes? Yeah, Costco's pizza is surprisingly good. Pop Murphy's, yeah, good for taking big. I can't remember the last time I was at a Sam's Club. We've just always been a Costco family. Burned my eyes for reading that. Oh, that's nice, Chris. Yeah, there's a couple places that do that. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple independent pizza places that make a better pizza than like Domino's or Papa John's or whatever for the same price. So it's usually where I go to support those businesses. Yeah, I don't think I've had like a Totino's pizza roll. That's the pizza roll people, right? I don't think I've had one of those since college. I don't think I've ever had Totino's pizza. I don't know if I've never been a big fan of the stuffed crust pizza. It was kind of a novel concept when they first started doing it. But it's not something I seek out. Yeah, we were talking about all the Thanksgiving food earlier before you got here, Spellman. Polish food pierogies. I love Polish food so much. This other stuff. Yeah, great. Yeah, great. Yeah. We don't. I mean, green bean casserole is something we have, but do a corn casserole is our traditional vegetable dish. Oh yeah, garlic. Yeah, for sure, garlic. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, man, chef, no problem. I'm sure everything will work out. I know I know it sucks to hear the news, but at least now you've got like a certain date now. Now you can focus on finding the next opportunity for the Chef Ted empire. Cook up junk wax cards. Maybe you and Spellman can get together and come up with some junk wax gum recipes. I see. Spelling and I were same page. Yeah. Be damned with the health department. I mean, there's. Oh. Yeah, I mean, there's no expiration date on the gum in the pack. So I mean, how can the health department have an issue? Swedish canned sardines. I'm unfamiliar with this. I'll have to look some up here shortly. All right, guys. I think we're just gonna go ahead and call it a night. I'm gonna open these briefcases though for you guys. I know Alex has got one. All right. So we've got Alex with case number 17. All right, starting off weak sauce with white. We'll see something gold or red. All right, we got two for Todd Malinowski, 33 and 34. Oh, come on. Okay, and last one for Todd, 34. Let's see, color. All right, we did hit a gold. A6 clear spot for Todd. Nice. All right. That is going to do it for the night, ladies and gentlemen. You guys all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. There will not be a show next week because I will be up north of the folks Wednesday night. So we'll be on the Wednesday after Turkey Day in December already. So you guys have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your time with friends and family. And I will catch you next time. Good night, guys.